Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 12 of the Wilderness Only Ironman. As always, on screen are the goals. If you wish to pause and take a longer look, then please do. As of recent, I've received a really nice amount of support with likes, comments, people joining the CC, so thank you very much for that. But without any further ado, let's get on with episode 12. So, let's get things kicked off up here at the lava maze, and that obviously means just one thing. We need some cash. We want to keep on working towards that Ferox Enclave respawn point. So, we're going to do a little 1200 nats. I say a little, that's a few hours worth. And make a bit of cash, and each episode just keep plugging away at that respawn point. So, whilst being up here, Owl King, I've done something incredibly foolish. You might have noticed that previously I was wearing a lovely red d'hide body that I've just acquired and got the range level for. And unfortunately, instead of clicking AUK, I double clicked to wear the steel plate body, still clicked AUK, and unfortunately it AUK'd my red d'hide body, so we're going to have to go back and acquire that at some point. Yeah, really silly thing to do, but, it gives us some Crazed Archaeologist content, I suppose. And finally, about 1500 world hops later, and one less red d'hide body, we have finished our goal, and with the ones in the looting bag and the ones in our inventory, we probably made about 1.5 mil, which is a really nice little chunk towards our enclave respawn point. Okay, so now we have safely deposited those the cash from those steel plates. We are now going to go back to the Crazed Archaeologist because of our foolish mistake, so hopefully it won't take us too long to get it. We have now amassed a total of 50 kills at the Crazy Archaeologist, and these are lootations we got. Not too terrible, actually. The rune crossbows as spares and the amulets of powers are going to come in really handy. I'm sure we'll find use for the rune knives and the other bits and bobs as well. I'm going to continue carrying on just because the red d'hide body is so important. I hope I don't go too dry, but let's get back on with some Crazed Archaeologist. We are now at kill count 62, which is double the drop rate of the red d'hide body. We got our first one on 32, so I thought we might get our second one by 62, but we have not. However, we are getting some supplies. We are building up these amulet of powers. We're now actually up to 10 rune crossbows. Wish that was the body rather than just the plain hides. Some more gems for the rings of dueling. But yeah, I'm just going to keep on cracking on with it because I really do want that red d'hide body and I really don't want to start ranging Slayer without it. So I'm just going to keep on cracking on and hopefully we get it soon. That now takes us up to 80 KC, and we've got quite a lot of goodies in our bag. Thankfully, we are getting a good amount of emeralds because we're using a lot of Ring of Jewelings doing this. I'm hoping that we're going to get it soon because, yeah, let's not hit the 100 KC. And there it is, guys, finally, with 91 KC. We actually got it on 90, but we had enough supplies just to get another kill there, so we decided to. But, yeah, 90 KC for the red d'hide body, but we have finally got it back. Do not be an idiot, and do not alk it again. We have a bunch of emeralds I'm now going to be making into the rings of dueling for the Ferox Enclave teleport, because we are completely out of them. We've just got the one ring that we were using. That is 30 crafting, and we really are knocking on the door of that 1000 total. Never thought I'd make it this far on this account, but I'm really glad I have. Rings of dueling made, and looking like an absolute champion in our newfound range gear. We've actually got a graded demons task. It's been quite some time since we've done some Slayer. So, let's go kill some graded demons with our newfound runite cross. Woo! So that was a close one, eh, boys? But yeah, happy we got away, and it's actually really nice that I can fight back with some range. Yeah, range in these Slayer tasks is way faster than my mage method, so I'm really enjoying getting this rune crossbow. And we did get ourselves a few goodies in that little trip, nice few alcohols, and we've got a few gold bars and runes here. So yeah, pretty profitable, and we did get away and made a lovely little escape. We did just get ourselves our first Larrans key of the task. Hopefully we get a couple more, 75 still to go. Just going to kill this one, and then I'm going to go bank that so I don't risk losing it. Oh, and the luck is in on this task, boys. As you can see, we got ourselves another Larrans key. That's just, what, about 5 kills later? Lovely stuff. Oh, boys, and there we have it. The third Larrans key of this singular task. Cheeky little runeful hound drop coming in. This is probably the luckiest task I've ever had. That is Larrans key number 4. I've gone like 2 or 3 black demons tasks without a Larrans key before, so to get 4 in this one greatest task is absolutely brilliant. At this point, it's just becoming a bit of a joke. I think that is Larrans key number 5 on this task. Sometimes it takes me like 10-15 tasks, an entire episode or 2 to get 5 Larrans keys, and I got it on this single task. Really chuffed about that, and can't wait to open the chest at some point. Larrans key number 6 from these guys. These are a 1 in 95, and I've got 6 on this task. 63 ranging. Okay, so I had no idea that this was a thing, but you can permanently lock your Ironman status when you reach 1000 total. Oh, don't know why that's on. And that does mean that we've actually reached 1000 total on the Wilderness only Ironman now, which is absolutely unreal. Greater Demons task finished up. Let's see what we're going to get for the next one. Crystalia, it's going to be straight back to a different kind of demon. It's going to be the Lesser Demons. And that Greater Demons was just phenomenal. I don't think I will ever be that lucky on a task, but let's see what we've got in store with the Lesser Demons. Coming in with a level 64 Slayer. 64 ranging. With 20 Lesser Demons left on the task, we do get ourselves a Larrans key. With 20 just to go, I am going to stay and put our Larrans key at risk, so hopefully we do not die. Oh, boys, it is raining Larrans key on these demons task. Second of the task. Lesser Demons task finished up, and obviously we got our 2 keys. Nice little cash stack actually from the Lesser Demons, and some goodies in the looting bag, including 2 Slayer enchantments. Let's see, Crystalia, what have you got for us next? It is going to be 95 zombies. That is going to be a task we can melee, and one of the few ways that we can actually get Eyes of Newt. They are a 1 in 1 to 8, so we might not even see one this entire task, but it is a way of getting them. That is our Goblins task finished up, and something that I haven't explored for whatever reason is Crystalia's Slayer shop. So somebody mentioned that I might as well get Slayer gloves because they do give a small defense bonus, so I'm just going to buy a few pairs of those. But something else I noticed is I can actually buy broad arrows which are 60 GP each, and I actually have a way of getting a magic shortbow which is from Spiritual Rangers. Unfortunately, the broad bolts are unfinished, so I can't buy them. Well, I can, but feathers are incredibly hard to come by. But yeah, that's absolutely something to bear in mind in case I don't have enough Slayer points to be buying the bolts. So, let's see what our next assignment from Crystalia is going to be. It's going to be 90 skeletons, same sort of gear and same sort of setup. Slightly unconventional way of completing the skeleton task, but as I do want to be getting up my agility slowly but surely, I'm going to be killing these 2 skeletons with every lap, which means for the 90 task I will do 45 agility laps. Grabbing ourselves 61 strength from this skeletons task, and if anybody wants to do this sweet double method, you can bank yourself a nice 26k agility, 7k strength, and a whopping 1.6k Slayer XP an hour. With this agility lap, we're going to be getting ourselves 56 agility. We have finished our skeleton slayer task, however I have decided whilst I'm up here I am going to stay until I'm 60 agility, because I have quite a few agilities I'd like to get. Most of them are for Rev Cave goals, so I'm reluctant to get it too high in case Rev changes are made, but we are going to get 60 here because having high agility is useful in multiple places. Told myself about the past 4 laps, so I'm not going to miss that level. I've missed that level. 57 agility. 58 agility. Finishing up this agility lap will give us level 59. And there we have it, 60 agility. So, now we finish our agility, which took us slightly off course on our Slayer. Let's see what our next task is going to be. I thought I was recording my next task, but I didn't. But we did get 143 Ice Warriors from Crystalia. After killing a few Ice Warriors, and with a bit of reflection, they have a really high slash defense, and obviously I'm using a rune scimitar, so I'm actually going to cancel them because I'm also whittling through quite a bit of food. Sort of every 2 kills I'm using a piece of food, and food in the wilderness is not that easy to come by. So what assignment is it going to be next, Crystalia? It's going to be 91 Hellhounds. So yeah, you could say the Larrans key luck has returned, or has continued, because on a first kill we get one. And with still 73 left on the task, it is yet another Larrans key. With depositing this key, that takes us up to 10 Larrans keys, and as we're up this side of the wilderness anyway, after this task, we are going to be opening the chest, all 10 keys, so any extra we get is a little bonus as well. There it is, Larrans key number 3 of the task was still 66. The Larrans key luck this episode is absolutely unreal. I genuinely have no idea what's going on with these tasks. This is again like a 1 in like 90 or 95, and this is the 4th of the task with still 60 left. This is literally unreal. 65 range. That is the Hellhounds task finished up, so let's go see what we can get from these Larrans keys. I'm feeling a little bit risky, so I'm going to take all 12 in one go and just hope to God we do not die. So, from those 12 keys, we unfortunately didn't get ourselves any Dagenhai. However, what we did get ourselves is some nice alcohols or rune pieces for the collection. The gems are always going to be nice when we can make gem-tipped bolts. The gold ore, absolutely tons of that. I think 4 or 5 of the keys were gold ore, so I'll never be picking that up again. That would be a nice bit of smithing XP. It can also be used for all my jewellery. Obviously, the seeds are a bit of bank value, but not much use, and the coal at the moment is not much use either. Ordinarily, I would be praying to the gods for some food because making pizzas is most annoying. However, an update has just dropped. Not only have they moved Last Man Standing, they have now moved the Bounty Hunter reward shop. I'm going to be trying to play some of this whilst it's popular, and I'm also worried about the fact that if they fix Bounty Hunter, they might take them away. Now, this is the section that we're going to be looking at, because this is the one that is important for my account. When Last Man Standing first come, I did come and get 10 points. So I do have those, but can you see how, how vital this is going to be for my account? It actually changes it entirely. Entangle sacks are going to be really useful for getting away from PKs. I've actually got a viable source of rune and addy arrows now. Dragonstone bolts, going to be super useful for fending off PKs and some KO potential. And finally, and probably the most important thing, I have a sustainable way of prayer restore and food, which is something that I haven't had and have struggled with the account since the start. The rest of it is a bit by the by and not anything that I'll really be using my points on. It's all going to be in this section. Can't wait to see the content that brings. Really, really excited for it. I absolutely suck at Last Man Standing and PKing, but the only way to get better is playing some of it, so hopefully we'll be able to grab ourselves some points and get some of these beautiful rewards in the next episode. As always, let's just finish up taking a little look at the goals. The medium tier is starting to get a little bit more green. We've made a chunk out of that 65 agility by getting 60 this episode. Loads of Larran keys. It's been a really good episode, guys, and I absolutely cannot wait for the next one because it's going to include a load of Last Man Standing and Last Man Standing rewards. I cannot thank you all enough for your continual support, your likes. Please just like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff, because it really does help me out and you really are showing me a lot of support, guys. You're jumping in the CC and I really am very thankful. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed the episode and goodbye.